Theoretically, I'm live. Okay, cool. Now, I do have one slight challenge. I'm just going to move this up so I'm not blocking myself there. Incoming message. All right. So, it is Prime Day. What a crazy October. Like, Prime Day in October? That's nuts. But it is what it is. And really the question is there anything worth buying on Prime Day this year? And I'm taking a look at it from a specific geeky point of view. Obviously, if you are a hardcore computer tech person, you're like, don't buy anything right now because we've got Ryzen 5 on the horizon coming out a couple weeks from now, and good luck finding a 3080 or 3090 graphics card. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at geeky things that I think are potentially available for sale. So we're going to start with some computer gaming peripherals. So looking for like nice gaming keyboards, gaming mice, maybe a headset or mic. And then we'll take a look at some board games, see if there's anything there. And lastly, just to kind of keep it in the all about the geek where we do tasty travel, tech, and tabletop, we will also take a look at just to see if there's any food related things. I'm not going to do anything travel related because let's face it, we're not going anywhere anytime soon, folks. If you're joining me, thanks, and I apologize if you are a regular on the channel that there haven't been more there hasn't been more content lately. I've been working on some things. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the Amazon Prime deal category, see if I can find some sweet geekiness here. So we've got electronics and computers as a couple of items. So I'm going to take a quick look. Let's start with the computers and see. Okay, so select gaming products. Let's see what's on their select gaming products that are currently available. Now, I also, just in case you are not aware of this, I have the Honey browser extension loaded into Chrome right now. So when I take a look at something, we're also going to see the history of what the value of this particular item has been over the last little bit. So has this gone on sale? Like, is this actually a Prime Day deal, or is this some shenanigans? So we look at this wired special. Honey says, yeah, okay, so this has actually dropped literally 47% in the last. So this would actually be a good deal. So when I look at this, the Logitech G502 Hero SE gaming mouse, honestly, top-notch gaming mouse. It is, I have the non-Hero edition that I use for work, and I have the Wi-Fi edition that I use for here, the wireless edition, which is awesome as well. The wireless coming in at $169 is also a solid deal. I paid $200 for this, I'm pretty sure. And the standard wired is not really on sale, but the Hero edition with the silver accents, which I think looks kind of sharp, that's a good price. So if you're looking for a new gaming mouse, that is a reasonable option for you to indulge in. So I'm pretty happy. There's one. We've got the Logitech gaming mice. I last purchased one in August, and I think, like, literally I just moved to the wireless one. Cool. So let's go back and see what else they have there. So Logitech gaming mice. I'm not a fan of the Razer Death Adder and the G305 Lightspeed. Given that it's only $5 less than the 502, yes, this is wireless. I would still go with the wired 502 over the 305 personally. That's personal preference. Really, anything with this is personal preference, but I think that's a solid option. Now, if you got a mouse, you kind of want a keyboard, and it's looking like Corsair K95. Now, this is a top end. This is definitely a high-end keyboard. So let's take a look at this, and then we'll also pop down to the Razer Huntsman. K95, nice, again, a wired mechanical keyboard. We are literally $110 cheaper than it's been in the last 30 days. So, super good. Now, you guys might not see this with my honey tips. I'm noticing when I look at the stream, although that's a little bit old. I'm not sure. Oh, no, it's there. This stream is not sponsored by anyone. Definitely not sponsored by honey. Excuse me for the slurpy coffee bit. It's still coffee morning. But I definitely find that when I'm looking at these deals to determine whether or not it actually is a deal is nice. So yeah, so this is a legit deal at $170. It's a larger keyboard than I would necessarily go for. But if you're in the market and you want to get a sweet keyboard, or you're looking for a keyboard for that gamer in your life for Christmas, because we are only a handful of short months away, this is a really nice one. It's got all the RGBs, so you can go faster, and your USB pass-through port, which is actually really nice if you're running it. Hey, Sean, how is it going, my friend? I'm just taking a look to see if Amazon Canada has any good Prime Day deals, because often they don't. But some cool hardware is going. Oh, what did I do there? Oh, I clicked on the wrong spot. Where is my... There's my stream. Cool. All right. So Corsair K95 keyboard. So right now you've got a mouse and you've got a keyboard potentially. I do want to personally take a look at the Huntsman. The Huntsman is one that I'm somewhat intrigued by. It's a wired TKL 10 keyless mouse keyboard. That is pretty solid. I've actually touched one of these pre-COVID and found it's not too bad. Although I'm thinking wireless is the way I want to go with my next keyboard. So I'm still leaning towards the Logitech. So I'm going to do some specific searching in a moment for the exact peripherals that I'm after, and see if they're on any deal. And my buddy Sean has joined us. I came up in his feed randomly. How are you doing? I hope that everything is well and you're staying safe, my friend. We should connect afterwards. I'm off this week, so if you've got time for a chat, we should touch base. Maybe play some video games. All right. So we got a keyboard. We got that. The Huntsman's not bad. So this is their main page. I usually find that these are pretty good headset deals. The HyperX Cloud Alpha. Now I have my HyperX Cloud is just over there. I could go grab it, but I'm not going to. So I have the previous edition of these. Honestly, one of the nicest wired headsets I've ever used. $129 is what it is currently going for the next 38 hours. Actually, that's a pretty reasonable deal. And again, we can see that it legit was $179 in the last 30 days. So we're not getting a lot of that sudden spike, drop, spike kind of shenanigans that we've seen in some sales, Best Buy, in the past. So like I said, they've got great sound. Their mic is okay. I haven't really done sort of reviews on headsets and mic qualities and stuff. That's really not, while it's something I would love to do, I just don't have the time to do the really detailed analysis. So I would highly recommend you check out channels like Hardware Canucks or Linus Tech Tips, because they do tend to review all sorts of headsets for overall quality. But if you're not too worried about having the absolute best of the best with honors, this is a solid set that I would say, again, if you're looking to put together the peripherals for a gaming rig, this would be a good option. And it is, one of the things I like about it is that it both can be, it's got the USB power, but I think it can also be used as a direct plug-in headset. Don't quote me on that. That's something I haven't actually verified, but it is a solid option. I'm not going to go through all of these different options. I'm just going to quickly bump over here. Now I have not picked on, I have picked on specific things. Now I am looking for the Logitech 915 wireless. There's the 815 RGB, and it's $30 cheaper, and I know it's been that cheap before. So this is one of those not really a Prime Day deals. Like if I look at this, will Honey give me the true goods? So yeah, it's just give me the last one. If I look at the price history though, this has been lower. I know I've seen it for less. If I go last 60 days, yeah. So $229. So it's been down as much as $229. So this is not an immediate buy if this isn't what you're after. And this is where tools like Honey are awesome, because I can take a look at the full price history and, like, you know, I don't really want to spend $219 right now. I'm after something else, or I've got more specific targets I need. Using a tool like Honey will let you see if this is likely to go on sale again. And when we look at that price history, we can see, like, it was for a week. And if I go back 120 days, it's been down here a couple of times since June. So it was down for a week, and then there, and then again. So there's no immediate need for, in my mind, to rush out and pick up this as an alternative. Although, again, lovely keyboard, but not the one I'm after, and not a good enough deal to say I need to pull the trigger on that right now. So we're here. If you want the wireless headset, the Cloud Flight HyperX. I can't speak specifically to this one. My wireless headset is the Logitech G9 something dark side. And it's really good. It's a bit heavy. I've got a couple of long streams planned for November 9th and 10th. Some charity streaming that I'm going to be doing. And I'm actually concerned about wearing that all day, like for 12 hours straight. Like, never mind. I mean, I think the battery will hold up, but it's like, it's some mass for those epic gaming sessions. So yeah, so looking through, that's an interesting one. Rogue Strix GL Gaming Desktop. Let's just take a look at this. Okay, so it's $1,000. Ryzen 5 3400G. So it's an APU processor, so it's got a built-in graphics card. And then they pair it with a GTX 1650. Eek. For $1,000, I feel you can do better. Definitely for $1,300, you can most certainly do better than that. So this is a stay away. Don't. Again, I said at the beginning of the stream, now is not the time to be buying computer hardware. If you need a computer, if you're looking at laptops, maybe it's okay. If you can wait till November 5th, see what's happening with the Ryzen 5. Even if you're not going to buy the new Ryzen 5000 series, waiting till then, because once those release, there's a reasonable chance that the 3000 series will take a price drop. You know, we're not talking like bottoming out the pricing, but you can expect like a $15 to $20 probably price drop on like a Ryzen 5. And I mean, I think when 3000 came out, the 2600 and 2600 dropped $50. So it's definitely worth giving it a wait. All right, so Rogue Strix, bad deal. We've seen some good deals, we've seen some bad deals, and I don't like how this works, where I go back and it takes me to the beginning of the thing. That is bad Amazon. Bad. Misbehaving Amazon. All right, so we're going to go back again, and back. Oh, see, now it's like... Okay. So that was our gaming deals. What do we have? There's some PC component deals. Don't buy the PC components. Okay, so I'm going to do a search. So let's search board games. Let's take it a different direction. I want... Okay, this is not... I mean, I haven't even heard of that one. Nidavellir. Okay, so let's look for a specific board game. Let's go... Here we go. Terraforming Mars. So here's Terraforming Mars. 68. That's like not on sale. Not on sale. Not on sale. Not on sale. So we got some related things like Terra Mystica, $85. That's pretty standard. Root, Clockwork Expansion. That kind of needs to go onto my list. We're just gonna drop that onto my wish list while we're sitting here. Oh, add that. We're just doing a little bit of wish list building. While you're cruising your Amazon Prime deals, Terraforming Mars, Stronghold games, $88. Good lord, that's a lot of money. All right, are we seeing anything? There's no Agricola Revised Edition. Interested, but not really on sale. So it doesn't look like we've got anything in the board game category that is seeing any substantial savings. Twilight Imperium, $290, not on sale. Raiders of the North Sea, $62. That might be a couple bucks off what you can find it anywhere. These clear plastic storage bead containers, those are intriguing for tokens. But yeah, I would argue that Prime Day deals are not targeting board game geeks. So let's just take a look and see if there's something board game related that might be on sale. So let's take a look. Broken Token. Sometimes what you will find is that Broken Token stuff will be on sale because they're leveraging Prime Day deals and selling things. Legendary Dice Thrower Catapult? What? Hold the phone. I need to know more about this. It's just straight up a catapult with a bucket that you can chuck dice. You need like a backstop and a rolling place, because that's just awesome and horrible and all over. Okay, a little distracted from the goal, I guess. So let's go back. Do we see any immediate saley stuff here? Let's see. Broken Token, Kingdom of the Dead box. Oh, here we go. I've got the big box of Carcassonne. But this is... Well, it's on sale. It's like 7.5% cheaper than it has been in the last 30 days. That's... I mean, it's clearly not a Prime Day deal. It's just so happens it's cheaper. So I'm thinking that as a rule, Bears versus Babies. No. Throw Burrito, also not on sale. So yeah, so I would say that board games are not really something that get the benefit of Prime Day deals, which is a bummer. All right, so let's go back to the home, because if we're going to look at some tasty stuff, we're going to go into the kitchen. see what kitchen stuff is on sale. And if there's anything that I would put into my kitchen, which hopefully is something that you might put into your kitchen, is on sale. So, KitchenAid, yes. So, $329. This is, okay, so here's a reasonably good price. So, for the next 13 hours, so if you're watching this live at 10 after 10, Tuesday morning, you've got 13 hours to get one of these on a deal. Now, I'm going to do what I did with the keyboard. I'm going to take a look at the price history. Does this go on sale regular? So we can see here that it popped up. So let's go last 60 days. We can see that it's been not quite this low, but it was low, much less than the regular price of $575. So it can be had. Now, if we go back 120 days. So this doesn't go on sale a lot. So it's had a couple of dips recently, but it's nowhere near. So this is what I would consider to be, if you're looking for a mixer and you're debating, this is a really good option. The 6-quart, I have this. Maybe it's not exactly. I don't know what the 575 watts. So yeah, so this is solid motor in it. It's got the lift bowl. So you see this crank here. This crank here is going to be what lifts the paddle head up and down. It doesn't tilt like your kind of standard stand mixer. But this is like, and come on, it's like fire engine red. Of course, this is the one you should buy. You buy the red one, and you buy it the next 13 hours, getting a steal of a deal. If you bake it all, if you make bread, my mom used to make lots of bread, and she used to knead it all by hand, and that was really hard on her shoulders. And mostly it's because stand mixers, not known for being able to handle the dough, but the dough hook, which is this doodad right here, totally solved that. She couldn't do as big of batches, but I mean, you know, if you're just making bread for your family, you can make a couple loaves, make 3 loaves on the weekend, and you're probably good for a week or two. But yeah, solid choice. Actually a good Amazon Prime Day deal for Amazon.ca. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not doing Amazon.com, very good reason. I live in Canada, and while I have shopped on Amazon.com a lot in the past, I often get it shipped to a service in Bellingham, because I live right along the border, which a lot of people who live along the border do. Can't cross the border to go pick it up. I've actually got a couple of packages sitting there right now that I'll be able to pick up at some point down the road. But for now, I am only shopping in Canada or from Canadian sites. Also, you know, there's like an election happening in the States, and we probably should be mindful of how we are shipping things so we're not overloading USPS. But in any case, I am not an Instant Pot person, so I don't care. I'm not a Keurig person. You know, we've been thinking about needing a new toaster. Okay, silicone baking mats. Okay, there we go. A sill mat. Okay, so set of 2 silicone mats, $13. If you are a baker, these can be really lovely when you're doing cookies instead of using parchment paper or whatnot. $7 savings. On for the next 37 hours. Does not look like these have been on sale ever. So this falls into that good choice Prime Day deal option. All right, so sill mats, 2 for $13. Good option. And these are like half sheet pans or quarter sheet pan size by the looks of things. Half sheet pan size based on this. So 16.5 by 11, half sheet pan size. So yeah, so those would be perfect for my 2 larger sheet pans. Awesome. So there's a good option. So you got your sill mats. 2 slice extra wide toaster. I need more than 2 slices. We have, if we're doing a couple of bagels, that's not enough. All right, so let's do, you know what? Coffee. Espresso machine. I've not had enough of my coffee to spell espresso properly. Espresso maker. Okay, so the Milano Stovetop Maker Mocha, I have one of those. That was how I survived the first month or so before we got our actual espresso maker during the pandemic. $26, that's actually a good price. I paid $40 for mine. Not on Amazon, I bought it at London Drugs. $36. So this isn't a Prime Day deal necessarily. Their Prime Day deal is an espresso, don't do the pods. The DeLonghi. This is actually the espresso maker that we have here. Unfortunately, we were unable to get it in the lovely red. Would have if we could have. $2.99, good price. That's basically the same price we paid. And its price history is gonna say that it probably averages around $3.30. It does come down lower, so $3.14. Ooh, it might have been. So it was as low as $2.49 in August. So this is one of those important things to look at when you're looking at things like an espresso maker. There is a chance that it has actually been cheaper than what the Prime Day deal is. So the Prime Day deal is $2.99, but it has been cheaper. Now, to be fair, I don't know. Like, this is found by a user in New York. But not a bad price. If you need an espresso maker, I can say it's a good one. I like that it heats up quick. So, and it's narrow. It fits on your countertop well. And if you're going to be making espresso, you need a coffee grinder. Because, there we go. Conical burr grinder is what you want to be going with. These are lovely for herbs and spices and nuts, but you want a burr grinder for consistent grind. So, Spoli, I don't know this brand, so I'm gonna bypass it. Cuisinart, here we go. This is a brand I recognize. So $80. That's actually a pretty solid deal for something like that. So my gut instinct is it's a good deal. So now we wait and see what Honey tells me. No information on this. So it may or may not be a good deal. OXO, and then you got the hand grinders, a Burr coffee grinder by Tibek. Bodum, it's a solid brand usually. But what are we looking at? Under $100 for a coffee grinder. Oster, nope. Capresso. I'm curious about the manual coffee grinder. Not curious enough to buy one, but you know, $30 for like grinding decaf, so you don't have to empty out your main one. All right. So we have looked at some gaming peripherals, and we have looked at some cool kitchen gear, and we looked and were sorely disappointed with the board game selection. Okay. So let's take a look here. So we've got some Thermopro dual probe. Let's take a look at this one. This one looks... I have an older version of this one. And it seems to be on sale. for... Yeah, and this is another one where it does not go on sale often, and in fact has been as much higher over time. So $55 if you're looking... honestly, like if you grill meat regularly, if you've got a smoker, or even just to make sure that your next Thanksgiving turkey is cooked properly, using a probe like this, just much easier. Now, like the nice thing with the turkey, at least, is you're bringing it in and out, so you can probe it periodically when you start getting close. When you like, okay, so it's like 4 to 5 hours. So at the 4-hour mark, you can start jabbing that thing right in the thigh and figuring out if it's good to go. But when you're doing a roast and it's like staying in there and you don't want to open the oven, you don't want to lose the heat, or again, for smoking, when you're smoking your meat, you don't want that smoke getting out, right? If you're looking, it ain't cooking. So having a probe thermometer, and especially a remote probe. So the idea with this particular doodad is this item here stays near there and the probes plug into that, and then it's a wireless transmitter that spits out to this unit that you carry around with you, and it works really well. I use mine. I often set up the second probe to keep the temperature of the smoker itself accurate. But all right, I think that is everything I kind of wanted to take a look at for Prime Day deals. My recommendation to you for Prime Day shopping as a whole. So now that we've gone and taken a look at specific things, I want to talk a little bit about Prime Day shopping as a rule. Much like your Steam sales and the video I did on that a few months ago, maintain a wish list and check the wish list for things that go on sale. If you just get sucked in to their Prime Day, so if I go click on the Prime Day here, and then like the lightning deals, like, oh my goodness, I gotta buy it now or it's gonna be gone. You can blow a bucket of money you don't need to spend. So I really recommend use your wish list as a guide to whether or not you're gonna buy it. Get the Honey browser extension, and make sure that the deal is actually a deal. Most of what we've looked at today has been pretty reasonable, but there are cases where the thing that you're looking for that's on sale, it's a great deal right now, has been cheaper or goes for sale on that price regularly. Like there was the keyboard or the mouse that we were looking at that went on sale several times for the same price it is today. It's a Prime Day deal, but it's been that low 3 or 4 times in the last 3 months. So it's not that unique of a deal. So you don't need to worry about getting it today. So that's a really big thing to think about. Do you need this today? As always, when you're shopping for stuff like this, you should put your regular budget into consideration and not just buy things because it's on sale. So yeah, that's the adult discussion about shopping responsibly on Prime Day. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're up here in Canada, and for those of you who are not, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your Amazon Prime days today and tomorrow. Shop responsibly, and as always, be safe, be kind, work your wonk, wash your hands, and above all else, keep it